Welcome back to Football Manager 2024 Surviving Luton. If you're last with us, you would have seen that we managed to go on a little bit of a run here after we beat Wolves 3-2. We then went on to beat West Ham in the third round of the FA Cup. We managed to beat Aston Villa 1-0 as well in the semi-finals. Then we ended up tying against Man U and then tied again at the second leg against Aston Villa, which then put us through to the next round to the final against Manchester United, which I don't think we have beat yet. So that'll be an interesting thing later on. We'll probably do that probably in the next episode there. But after that, we then beat Brighton 2-0. We beat Celtic 4-3, managed to get the late goal at the end by Hardwood Bellis to put us through. And then we beat Blackpool pretty handily, 4-1 there. There wasn't really much that they could do before then dropping 1-0 to Bayer 0-4, which then put us in third place, just one, well, not even 1 point actually, just a goal differential above Juve, which is kind of the flaw with this whole system, is that we didn't end up playing a team as good as Juve and somehow managed to fit on top, managed to go on top of them in points just because of goal differential, because we faced much easier competition. Like Bayer was our hardest, or Bayer and Bologna were our two hardest one. Bologna ended up finishing ahead of us because we tied against them. I think it's going to show that there. Yeah, we tied against them 0-0. And then Celtic was probably our other difficult one, and I guess Lille as well, but we beat them pretty easily. I think it was Lille, right? Yeah, we beat them 3-1, so there wasn't really anything they could do. And then even Besiktas as well. So I guess most of our teams are up there, and then we have kind of the bottom teams there, so we just won with more decision or decisiveness when we end up playing them. But it also is the transfer window. We didn't really do anything except for solidify Pedrola coming in, putting 5 million initially with around 20 million total with installments there. So he'll be joining us permanently, which we couldn't be happier, because not only do we love him as our winger, he is starting to love us as well. We are now currently his favorite personnel and favorite club as well. So he doesn't even like Barcelona that much. So finally, we won't have to loan him out anymore, and we can at least benefit from the fruits of our labor, because I think he's only going to get a little bit better there. He's still not at his full potential. He's still only Sky Bet Championship player, so that's pretty exciting. I believe he's our best winger, but between him and Almeida, it's pretty close. I mean, Almeida's progressing very well also. And then the other signing that we have is Linus Getcher. I think that's his name. But he's going to be a center back, but he can play a couple positions as well. We just signed him end of contract, so it's not going to cost us anything. I don't even think his contract is going to be like we have to start him or anything like that. So it's not going to be the worst thing. I think we can see it here. Yeah, his contract is around 10K. I don't. He said it's a wonder kid too. I didn't even book that. Why would they allow a wonder kid just to walk? And why is a wonder kid only 4 stars? That's insane. I didn't even know that he's a media wonder kid. That's huge. That is massive. Why would Hertha let him just walk? So we're going to have pretty much a German backfield there, which is going to be huge. It's probably the best decision that we could have made. So let's jump to our next match there and see if we can come away with the win. So here's our squad for the Crystal Palace match. Capril in net with Kurodia, Hardwood Bellis, Holding, and Curtis as our back. Hughes and Solis as our mid. Astanis, Walsh, and Traore as our attacking. And Marshall being up front. We're giving a nod to Walsh because Almeida is injured with blisters for the next couple days. Probably because of too many games in such a short time frame. And Marshall's up top, even though Both him and Gelhardt are very tired after our last match, despite losing. Yeah, obviously he needs a rest, but we're going to have to at least start him for the first half. We've we've won 3, and then we've lost the last 2. We're about to see how, I guess we end up skipping through that. We're going to do positive because I have a feeling that we need to put the hurts onto them first, otherwise they're going to counter on us. And yeah, they're just going to hold it for the whole game. So yeah, might as well strike when it's hot and then decide whether or not we're going to make adjustments afterwards. But it is exciting to see Walsh get to play more often than not. He has had a couple games in the league. I think one sub and 1 starting. This is going to be his second start. And then he's played 5 cup games for us. I think he started all 5 of them. And we've done pretty well in terms of those cup games. So it is exciting to see a youngster like him develop. And immediately proves me right, has a wicked shot there. If only he had like 2 years more of experience there, I'm sure it probably would have been bottom corner and no one would have been able to touch it. And we're hoping that Hughes ends up having a good game as well. Walsh also having another almost goal. Geez, Walsh is showing his strength right there and proving right by starting him as often as we have. Marshall to Stannis. Marshall almost putting it in as well, but sadly he cannot put it in. Hughes making the cross in, and yeah, Marshall. I don't know why Marshall's all the way at the top there. Curtis. Oh, geez, Curtis. And then nothing happening. But so far we're winning the XG. 3 shots on target. But like I said, I have a fear that they're just going to end up putting 1 in and just slot it right across here. I was almost right on that one. But yeah, it feels that they're probably taking more of a defensive role here. Currently they're beating us in possession just by the smallest smidgen. And XG, they're actually leading us as well. So I guess their opportunity there with only 1 shot on target versus 4 is more decisive of getting a goal. That seems pretty backwards to me. But I guess it is what it is, and there's nothing we can really do about that. We're getting our first yellow there. That I hope that's not Reese Nelson. So far, okay, good. Get possession back. Let's get the counter going. No one make mistakes here. And Kirodia hopefully can play the whole game. He does look a little bit tired there. So does Traore. Oh my god, that's going to be offside. Offside and he still misses. That's not a good sight, but he is going to need a sub at halftime. He is only a 6.6 right now. But I think Gelhardt coming in as a sub is probably a better fit for us than for him to start the game. I know he can probably get through a full half for us. Marshall finding Walsh, back to Marshall. Hopefully he's not too tired there. Hughes finding Stannis, who we just recently signed. Nothing's happened of it. Just a free kick to slow down the momentum, but we still haven't gotten another shot since the early ones that we've had. I guess we'll play for set pieces, even though I'm not too confident on that. But they're still beating us in XG. We should be much more dominant than they are right now, so it's kind of a hard pill to swallow at the moment. Marshall's gonna need to get the substitution as well. I'm just hoping we get one in before half. It would be really nice to start it off. Stannis almost getting one in. And nothing's happening. So we just now passed them in XG, but it's still very marginal. Yeah, 4 shots on target. It's going to be end of extra time hopefully now. Unless they end up putting one in the last minute, because you know how realistic that is in real life. Never mind. It's going to be us. It's going to be us. And then we lose it. Never mind. Yeah, the the amount of times that we end up conceding just before the half is, look, at the last minute too. Explain to me that. Can anyone explain to me how that happens so frequently? The last minute of everything you end up conceding. They haven't done anything, and then that's what ends up yeah, there's no way in hell. There's this just pisses me off so much. Because it has nothing to do with composure, it has nothing to do with anything, but just something that's organized in the game to just make you want to hate it. Because conceding just at the very end is not very realistic in my opinion. I don't know what Traore was doing there. He pretty much just hopped over him and then lost the ball. But everyone better put the hurts on because we're going to have to make tons of substitutions if we can't manage to get something going. I wonder if that's the Anderson that we had. I can't remember who we transferred him to. But I remember we had an Anderson at the back. And it'd be very poetic if we end up losing to his side. Or I was going to say if we end up conceding right then and there. Yeah, let's see Anderson. What, no, it's not. Definitely not Joshi. Washim. Holding's one of the players that we're probably going to have to get rid of at the end of the season. We do have a bunch of center backs coming in. A couple of them that we signed earlier this season, and then we just end up allowing them to go back on loan with their clubs. And then you have Malanka that's just begging to play. I still would rather play him instead of Hardwood Bellis, and there's a pen finally getting the opportunity there. Gelhardt should take it. Yeah, there's no way it's not a pen. Traore's taking it. Oh my god. Traore is a 6.5 currently, but he managed to get him to go the wrong way. It's 11th goal of the season. He has been on fire. I thought they would have let Gelhardt take it. So it is level now. Yeah, guessing the wrong way. There's nothing much that Johnstone could do about that. And now we just need a goal from open play here or another pen. But around 60 minutes, we're probably going to have to do some subs here. Even though he scored, Traore is probably going to be one of those that come off in Walsh as well. We'll do it around 65 minutes. I was going to say, we just have to wait to see what ends up happening here before we decide what kind of subs we're going to do. And I don't know what that was, but they've just made their subs. So we will make ours. Currently leading in XG as well. Yeah, Stannis has to come out. Of course, St. Clair is going to come in for him. Let's put in Rogers for Walsh here. And then I guess we're going to have to... I want to put in Ngoy, but I don't think I can justify that. And Curtis is currently tired as well. Maybe we hold off on some of those subs right now. I will do one more. I think putting Wharton in for probably Hughes is probably the best move here. Switch him with deep lying playmaker. And hopefully something can happen from that. Curtis is going to probably be the next sub as well. And Traore. I don't want to do anything too soon because Traore is going to probably come off for Ngoy. Around 75th minute, yeah, we're going to have to make a sub here. So we're going to take off Curtis for Kraft, and yes, Ngoy's going to have to come in for Traore. Oh no, that's it. Jeez. Oof. You know what? Let's undo that one. Yeah, we might have to do more. We might have to do Ngoy instead. Or can Nascimento play there? Let's put Nascimento. Let's see how well he plays at the right there. And inside forward is probably the best suited for him. I think he's only got the one goal for us. But In theory, if we're attacking more, I'd rather... What? How did that miss? Yeah, I'd much rather go for the more of the attacking approach here. Let's pause this. Let's go shout. Let's demand more, and let's change it to. Let's go attack. Let's go attacking here. See what that conjures up. They are pretty decent in terms of XG right now, but a tie does us no good here. And let's see if Warren can actually put it in instead of ramming the post here. Oh my god, then he just hits it a whisker away is what they end up saying. Alright, now we're going... after this highlight, we'll go very attacking. Or we'll just hold it at what it is. Oh, and Solace scores. Oh my god, what a goal. That is insane. And I was thinking Solace shouldn't be shooting as much, and then he ends up doing a cracker like that. Hardwood Bellis finds him, or finds Wharton, and then Solace gets into space, and then bottom corner. Oh my god. I don't know how he managed to jump that much higher over the ball, but Solace putting it in for us. There's no point in changing it from attacking. Might as well leave it attacking and keep the same tactic. Because if we can put another one in, then it's game over. And Rogers now putting in the game winner, like I just said. Oh my god, that's 2 in so many minutes. Wow. Wow. And I was thinking of Rogers being one of the casualties next season, and he just proves time and time again why we need him at least on the bench. Look at that goal. What a great pass by Kirodia. Those guys are on fire. 2 goals, 1 minute apart. And it was a good thing we didn't end up changing our tactics and we just kept the attacking. Wow, that is huge. I was gonna say if we can get one more just at the end, that'd be just the icing. But everyone's gonna be super tired for the next game. So there's gonna be a decent amount of opportunity. Glad that Nascimento got to start as well. Wow, that was huge for Rogers. Huge for Solace. Great comeback, guys. That was massive. With that win, it puts us up to 4th there, or keeps us there at 4th, I should say. We are 1 point away from 3rd and being on top of Man U, but they end up winning their last game against Brentford. But it still keeps us in the top 4 there, so that's the best that we could have asked for. Let's jump to the next. And just 3 days later, here's our squad for the Southampton game. We have Caprill and net, Hall, Hardwood Bellis, Malanka, and Kraft as our D, Samu and Wharton as our midfield. We have Rogers, Almeida, and Traore as our attacking mid, and Gelhardt up front. Almeida currently has blisters, and for whatever reason that affects his fitness by a lot. So he can't apparently play that much. So we're going to probably start him off here. Maybe Rogers ends up slotting in there when we end up putting Pedrola in at half. That's probably going to be the move, is hopefully keep them at 0 and then amp it up towards the second half, or maybe even get ahead and make another change as well. Currently they have 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5, whereas we have 3 wins and 2 losses, so just the reverse of them, basically in the same spots. And that was a weird handshake, and let's see if we can get the ball rolling here and start off with a goal early on. Kraft also starting as well. We've been out of favor with him. We've been trying to get rid of him, so it's kind of a hit or miss whether or not he does well. Either he's going to stick it to me, or he's going to do well and prove that we shouldn't have wanted him gone at all. But he currently is worth a bit more than what he probably should. And I mean, his wages aren't too much, but just if I could get even 5 million for him, that's 5 million I could spend on someone who's going to be here in 2 years. Whereas he's gone most likely in the summer anyways, but we tried to get rid of him a little bit earlier, and good thing that no one was upset by it. But yeah, we do want to part ways with him at some point. So we're just going to see whether or not he does well for us, at least for the rest of the season, because we're more than halfway through. Currently in fourth place. He hasn't really played too much either, so it's just kind of a loss of wages at that point. Currently no shots on net, but our possession's around 50-50 with them. Just looks like we've been defending this whole time, so maybe even the decision to put Almeida in, despite being extremely tired for the half, is probably not a good idea. Probably should have put him in at half if we needed it. And I don't know why Hall just let him run right through him. But he did, and we've conceded another corner. Capriel doing well in goal right now, so he is at 7.3. But I don't know if that's enough to save us if we don't manage to get any opportunities there. Currently got our first shot, but not on target. But it did at least make our XG not 0, which is not great. Southampton is in 17th place, around 4 points from the drop. But it looks like they're still probably guaranteed to stay up. I don't really see them not. Unless Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest end up going on some form of run, which I kind of doubt that it's going to happen. It seems 20 points is kind of like the going rate, I guess. It just looks like we're on our back foot, like everyone's exhausted in the first half. Troyer and Almeida are the only ones with the excuse. And just like that, we end up letting a bullshit goal like that. And no offside, I guess. Disallowed. Okay. Thank God. Motor. Yeah, that's pretty blatant. Gave me a heart attack for a second, and I thought we were down very early on. So it's a good thing that that was disallowed. Shouldn't even counted for even a second. And passing has been pretty suspect as of recent. And again, people are just deciding not to play for whatever reason. I don't know why everyone's hand was up, calling for the offside, even though it wasn't called, and just allowing them to run right through us. Jesus, another bad pass. Another one. Gee, how can these guys not spring 3 passes together is beyond me at this point. It's not like they play in the Prem or anything like that. They're playing worse than non-league football. Armstrong is the one that they're suggesting to come on for Alameda, which is interesting. But it's halftime, and now we'll end up making the decision to swap him out. Yeah, turn the fans up for sure. And I didn't even think that Armstrong could play attacking or attacking mid. Prefers to be on the right if there's 2 pairing. What kind of team has that pairing? Yeah, I guess Armstrong's gonna go there. I haven't put him in there ever, so he's probably gonna be the first one. Then we're probably gonna put in Marshall for Traore or put in Pedrola. I think we're gonna have to make a couple subs quicker, especially if this is what's gonna happen in the first minute of the second half. They're making a sub as well. Yeah, they're only 4 points ahead of Bournemouth. But yeah, I doubt that Middlesbrough does anything. And I am without words there. Rattling the crossbar, but still no real opportunities. Haven't even got a shot on net. At this level, that is, I believe the word's pathetic. And Traore is probably going to get subbed if he doesn't do anything right now. And he does. And Armstrong is proving us right. So we got the first goal there. Jeez. Okay, I guess we'll give you a couple more minutes. Kind of like calling a kid just before bed while playing outside. I don't know how Armstrong got that through. Good pass, Traore. Good seeing Armstrong. Good finish. And I am without words. As long as we can hold on here, we should be happy, but Pedrola is still going to come on as well. I think we need a bit more firepower. And we're going to have to shore up defensively as well. I don't know where he's going to go. He might come on for Gelhardt. Gellhardt hasn't really done anything yet. I don't know if that's just lack of opportunity or just fatigue. But yeah, Pedrola's going to come on for at least one of them. And there we go. Okay. Goal kick. 65th minute is when we're going to make the sub. Traore has to come off though, unfortunately. And we'll make the sub now. We just got a forced shot, but not on target. And yeah, Traore is going to come off for Marshall. And let's put on Pedrola. Oh no, sorry, we'll do the opposite. Pedrola and Marshall. And Pedrola mostly plays at the left there. And we'll hold off on that for now because we're probably going to have to take off either one of the mids there, but or even defense at this point. So we'll make those subs now. I wanted to put on a youngster, but I feel as though we shouldn't push this lead here. Kurodia also the one that now wants to come on for Hull. So I guess it's going to be Kurodia, and I guess Bellis might have to come on, or sorry, come off for put on holding. I would love to put on Curtis, but like I said, this is a game that pretty important. It does increase the lead that we have against Chelsea here, and 6 points is very important at this stage here. I don't care about being ahead of Man U. I care about being ahead of Chelsea. Champions League spot would be huge. And there we go. Great defending. I don't know who we have to thank for that, and now I will never know. But that was very solid D. I thought that was a for sure goal. I was almost holding my breath there. Good block. Samu now has it. Just kill time, man. Just kill time. And that's a foul. Good. They're putting on tons of subs now. And current XG is higher than ours. So we should count ourselves a little bit lucky here. Just glad that we're not having to make up for any goals. Real, just send it up. Just send it up. There we go. Okay, never mind. Don't send it up like that. It looks like it took a deflection. And oh my god. Capriel is the man of the match. There's no doubt here. There's no doubt he's the man of the match. Oof. They only have 23 points now, so this game is just as crucial for them as it is us. Currently, third minute now of extra time, and oh my god, Capriel. Jeez. Yeah, we just need to hold on around 2 minutes here, 2.5 minutes, and now we get the ball. We can slow it down here. Wharton, Samu, and Rogers are all just absolutely exhausted. And it's oh my god, no way. This is what's going to be. That's offside. That's offside by mile. And then he misses. Thank god. Now you just got to hold it. Don't even kick it. And we can count ourselves lucky of this victory. We didn't play very well, but we did have that one opportunity. Armstrong proving his worth yet again, and same thing with Traore. We couldn't be happier. Thank God. This win now, well, Chelsea ends up bringing them up as well. So that it was even bigger us winning. Man City 6-1 against Everton. Everton could be dropped too. Arsenal tying 1-1 with Brentford. That's huge. Aston Villa now has 2 extra games in front of Man City. Man City might not even make Champions League. Tottenham now doing a lot better than what they were doing at the beginning. Brighton is also surprising that they're doing so poorly there. Liverpool being Tottenham, yeah, and then Man U being Leeds. So I don't think we're not even concerned about beating Man U or anything like that, or Arsenal. But we do have a couple games that we're going to play, but we will come back for the final against Man U. And we're just hoping it's not going to be a disaster, but we do have a little bit of rest time between now and then, so hopefully a lot of our players that are injured do come back from that. But we will play the Man U game and see if we can manage to get our first silverware for you guys. So thank you everyone for watching, and until next time.